So hello, I'm Adarsh from the team WebCitians, with the team members being Sanjay, Zoeb, and Vishal. This is our submission for pre-hackathon assignment of level Supermind hackathon. Uh, so in this case, this is a project assignment description document where we have been asked to use Langflow and data stacks to complete the given task. Apart from this, under the submission requirement, we are supposed to submit a project. That is something that we'll be doing. And apart from that, a video recording, which is what I'm doing right now. So let's move on. So I'll be taking you through various different components of this project. First being data stacks database. So over here we have this particular database and that we have created, social media performance one, which has this collection data for post analysis collection, which already has some amount of data. It has 469 records. What we'll be doing is, we'll be seeing that how this the number of records increases and we get proper responses. Moving on, we have Langflow, where we have used Mistral AI to feed in the prompt and get the responses. Apart from this, we have uploaded the project onto GitHub, which has a really thorough README file. Props to Sanjay. Yeah, so over here, so we so yeah, in this particular case, apart from this, we have, like in this particular case, what we have done is we have used a data set from Kaggle. So this is what we have used. That is something that is mentioned into the README file as well. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So what we can do is, yeah, this is the data set that has been used. And so what we have done is, what we are basically doing is, we are getting this data set. We are from the code, we are cleaning it up and making sure that the parameters are mapped correctly based on the requirements in this particular case. So it's better if I just directly go to the project itself. Yeah. So I have this project over here. It has two .py files. The first being the data loader.py. What this exactly does, what I was just mentioning. It takes in the Excel sheet, which is this the Kaggle dataset, and converts it. Yeah. So in this particular case, it will take in this Excel sheet and convert it into a CSV file, which has a dataset in the correct format, the format that we want. Apart from this, yeah, then we have main.py. This is just to create a view. This is just to create a view for the exact same scenario. Like we can execute this scenario by uploading the CSV file to Langflow, or we can just simply use this what we say use this front end to execute the same scenarios, like ask questions to the AI itself. Yeah. Apart from this, I think we are good. So in this particular case, coming on to the contents of data loader.py. Over here we have multiple different functions inside data loader class, the one that we have created. One being setup database. That is something that we just did for the first time, where it creates a new database. It creates a new database collection. And apart from this, so that is something we have commented out. Probably we should remove it. But yeah, apart from that, we have processor and load data. This is a main function that is doing most of the stuff. So what it does is it reads the Excel file that we are passing on, and then maps it to the parameters that we need in this particular case, and then stores it into an array, and then saves it as a CSV file. It's better if I just directly show it. Yeah. If I just execute this piece of code, what we'll do is, like, a CSV file will be generated in this particular case, and then we can go on to Langflow and execute it. Yeah, it's recording, right? Yeah, it's recording. So now let me go back. So yeah, first of all, we have 469 records over here. What I'll do is, now there are multiple different components. We can actually see there is a CSV file that has been generated. This is what I'll be injecting into the components. So let's go yeah. In this particular case, I'll just click on and get a new CSV file. Yeah, that has been added. Then this is a component that takes in the file. This is a component that divides it into smaller chunks and passes it to the database component, which is the one that we are getting from DataStax directly. Over here, for getting access to the data from this database and this particular collection. I'm passing my application token, I'm passing the database that I want to use, I'm passing the collection that I want to use. It's, in this case, I just have a single database and a single collection. Apart from this, I haven't passed any of the other data. And then, yeah, what it does is it injects sorry yeah it injects the data that has been generated into the database. So what I'll do is I'll just simply execute it here. Once the execution is done, I can actually see the number of records getting up, basically getting increased. Yeah, now I can see 536 records. That means that this data has also been fed into the database. The next one is to pass this data, since that is a vector data. What we are doing is we are passing it into text so that that can be passed as a prompt to the Mistral AI that we're using in this particular case. Apart from this, this is the chat input. Yeah, so basically over here, just give me a second. Over here, this is getting the data from the database, and then like to pass it as a context. And then this is the query that the user will be passing, which we are getting from this particular component. Then we have this component that generates a prompt and feeds to Mistral AI. So let me just click on prompt message. It is not a line. Yeah. So over here, for context, it is taking the data that we have fed. This was the one that we previously fed. Apart from this, let me just move myself. Focus. So basically, over here we have generated a prompt, and then we are passing context as well as a question. I think it will be more clear when I open this here. Over here, it is taking the retrieved data as context and the question as the question that is being passed. So this will generate a thorough prompt. So every time you ask a question to this AI, it will use that entire prompt with the given context and generate an answer accordingly. Over here, like on the Mistral AI component, we have provided our API key. And apart from that, we are using this particular model. And yeah, this should be fine. And once this is executed, we are getting a chat output. Let me open the playground and show you. I think it will be better if I just get a question from here. So there are certain sample questions that we have already prepared, so it's better. So I had already asked, I had already asked certain questions. So let me ask another question over here. Best performing post type. So if I mention that, it will accordingly generate me an answer. Generate an answer for me. So we can actually see over here, it is mentioning the best performing post type in this particular case. And apart from this, then like the percentages as well as numbers that were required in this case. And let me just ask another one. While this is running, let me just execute main.py as well. So let run. What was the command? Let me see. Stream return. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So over here, we have a similar kind of front end in this particular case. Let me get this away. Yeah. Apart from this, so I think the response would have been generated in this case, and then we have a front end to support that as well. It does the exact same thing. I can actually get the best performance post type. Performing post type. So yeah, and this thing can actually be generated via front end as well. So yeah, while this is analyzing and while this generates an answer for me, I would just like to summarize this. Yeah, it's a pretty nice answer. So yeah, this is our project, and apart from this, how should we submit this? But basically, yeah, we have the project, and we'll be submitting this project as well as this video onto the onto the hackathon page itself. And apart from this, yeah, I don't think I have to add anything. So yeah, thank you. I'll be closing this. Let me just be on a better screen. Yeah, this has better lighting. Okay, so thank you and bye.